صعبة وخير في جميع شرفات أخلاص الله الله
الله الله الله عزيز الله 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 كريم الله 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 سبحان الله 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 سبحان الله
سلطان أنت ربنا ونحن عبادك دعيك وعجز يا أرحم الراحمين انصرنا وانصرنا سلام عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome. Shukran. Shukran. Late, but people are here. Alhamdulillah. This meeting was arranged like this by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We couldn't make it earlier, we couldn't make it later like this. And these people has to be here, not otherwise. We're asking from Maulana Shaykh, from the Holy Heart, something that we can use it to find our ways. If we can't use it, wasted. We can't do anything. I'm trying to dive through Shaykh Muhyiddin's books, most of it going past my head. And when it's translated, even more, according to the understanding of the translator. One time in Michigan, I was there for some years, and part of my responsibilities was to look after the sheep and goats. A big herd of sheep, maybe 200 sheep at one point, and 50 goats, some horses, chickens and geese, different animals, cats. I don't know what made me do it. One of the goats came to the fence one day, put his nose through. He wants me to give him something. I looked at the goat. I didn't have anything. I reached in my pocket. I found a quarter coin. I gave it to the goat, offered it. The goat looked at it, looked up at me, looked at it, bit it, looked up at me again. Didn't do anything with that coin. I don't know what made me do that. We ask something, we can use it. Something we can use it. Our job to, after we declare La ilaha illallah, there's no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but one God. Then the next step, servanthood. After you give your shahada, the next step is servanthood. What you're going to do. Famous hadith, faith appears first in the heart, then on the tongue, and then is supported by actions. So first, in the heart, what made me to think about it, I was reading a book, Ibn Fadlan, It was somebody, he went on the authority of one of the caliphs at that time. It was the early days of Islam. The Islamic years 3, 4, 500, something like that, early Islam. He went north. He went north. When the Muslim empire began to expand, they reached the barrier of the Caucasus Mountains. And it was an impenetrable barrier. They finally found a way across that barrier, and they met people there, Khazars, and different kinds of Turks, and different kinds of Rus that later became Russians, different kinds of Mongols, different kinds of Vikings, people of the north. He was one of the earliest emissaries to that part of the world. Cold, no heat in those days, no nothing. And he sat with one of those nomads, all bundled in furs, and 10 layers of goat skins and sheep skins and whatever they had. And that man said to him, "What's your mission here? Why you came? To make people to say La ilaha illallah." Okay. And that nomad person, nomad tribesmen of them, they didn't have a settled home, they lived in tents, they moved around. One nomad, he said to him, one king of the nomads, he said, if I know it to be so, I'll say it. So before a person can say La ilaha illallah, it has to enter the heart that it's true or not true. A person is not going to say it unless they say, yes, it's correct what you say. So first has to come into the heart. What we can do is the job first of prophets and their inheritors, awliya, even for them, even for prophets, Allah says, you won't be able to guide everyone you love or everyone you like to guide. It belongs to Allah. Put that seed of iman, of faith, in the hearts of people. Once that seed is planted, then according to the hadith of Ibn Salma, Ibn Majah put in his book on the isnad of Ali Rida, Musa Kazim, Jafar al-Sadiq, Muhammad Bakr, Zain Abedin, Sayyid Hussein, and Shah Mardan, Sayyid Ali. He said to say that isnad and blow on someone takes away junun, craziness. It doesn't say it by those names, it says son of, son of, son of, it says it in a very nice way. Faith comes first in the heart, then the tongue can express it, and then actions. And so the job of a believer, after they do their shahada, confession of faith or testimony of faith, to know what to do, how to do their servanthood. How to do their servanthood. How to become a salah, Ramadan, how to pray, how to fast, how to give zakat, how to do everything. And slowly, slowly building their servanthood. And to do our servanthood, we find out there are some obstacles for that. It's not easy to be a servant. Everyone wants to be a lord. To be a servant is different. The Prophet came inviting people to servanthood. Every prophet came. How to do servanthood? Some they say Abd means slave. Slave is by force. If by force anytime they're looking a chance to turn the tables on the one that put them under force, isn't it? I'm forcing you to do this. Okay. And they're waiting one time to break the chains and finish the one that put them in chains to be boss, to be master. Servanthood is different from love. From love. What's the spirit of servanthood and how to do it? And Awliya mostly were teaching people servanthood, as Prophet was teaching servanthood, how to do. Then, in higher levels, Prophet said, seek knowledge, even up to China. Yes, as much as you can go. Awliya were outdoing themselves to the frontiers of knowledge. Prophet said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it's Holy Quran, but it's Prophet's words, that ayat. Allah made Prophet to say, In kuntum tuhibun Allah, fattabi'uni yuhibbukum. If you want Allah to love you, follow me. Allah will love you. And that goes on the simplest levels, how to make wudu, how to pray, how to fast, how to give zakat and sadaqah, how to do everything. Up to higher levels. Awliya were reaching high levels of knowledge and trying to say to people, but people, they're blocked. Everyone can go according to the limits of their understanding. Everyone's ego, as I said before, we have some barriers on our way. And the first one is our nafs, our ego. The ego is claiming secretly to be Allah, to be Ilah, to be Rabbu huwa Allah, as Fir'aun. That's why Allah let him go to the extreme to teach us. This is you, if I let you go that far. Most of us could just be tyrants to a few people around us, or even just to ourselves. He got the chance to be a big tyrant. Not different from our egos, only we didn't get the chance. We're not better. Why Allah told that story, how bad Fir'aun is. He's gone to teach you, oh, this is your ego. Why he tells the story of different nations, Bani Israel did like this and like that. They're not going to read Quran, you're reading Quran, it's for you. You're like this. You're like this. And everyone progresses, trying to learn, trying to practice, trying to do. But we have to know there's a barrier to our progress, our understanding level, our mind's level. Most people, I'm not taking myself out from that category, we can't go beyond our understanding. How we can go? We can't go beyond what we can understand. I can't go there. If a wali comes with something, how we can understand it? It's not in my understanding. Can't be. Awliya, if you said can't be, it was like a challenge to them to go more. They crushed their ego by following Prophet. He came to Sidratul Muntaha. Follow me. He went through 7 earths and 7 hells and 7 heavens with Jibreel coming to Sidratul Muntaha, the limit of the mind, the limit of your understanding. I can say I am. All your, let's see, the barrier. He said to Jibreel, what's after this? And Jibreel said, I don't know. If I try to go more, I'll go out of existence. I can't go more. I never came this far. Prophet said, we have to go on. And he was called that night on to Kabul Hosseini or Adna. But Tabiuni means we have to go past the barrier of our understanding to new understanding. How to say that to ourselves, how to say that to people. Therefore, awliya were keeping quiet. So many awliya, they got into trouble with people, especially with authorities, religious authorities. They would say something that's out of the authority of the mufti or the mullah or the sultan. And they killed so many, they imprisoned so many. So awliya keeping quiet, because no one can take it. We're like that goat that I offered that coin to the goat. There's a quarter, you can buy something with it. You can't do anything with that. Knowledge is like that. They give something, we can't do anything with it. It's out from our understanding. Sheikh Nazim said, don't be in limits. Use your belief power. Belief power is not like mind power. He tried his best to instill in our hearts the love of belief power, to believe in belief. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, amanu, says the Quran. Oh, you who believe, believe, really believe. Whatever level of belief you're at, go to the next level. And it's against mind. We're going to something we don't understand. We can't imagine it. You can imagine a journey. I'm going to pass this land and this land. Here is going to be the sea coast. Here is going to be the mountains. Here is the valleys. Here is the desert. We can imagine it. Now we're going to something you can't imagine. It's out from your imagination. And if someone comes with a report, what Wali say something? Oh, that was, somebody sent me a clip, Abdullah sent something from a non-Muslim guy, educated. And he was talking about idol worship, and how Muslims are worshiping idols. And he made a good case what he was saying. And it took me to something when Sayyidina Omar and Sayyidina Ali went to Kaaba to make tawaf. Go around Kaaba, they came to the black stone to start their tawaf. And Sayyidina Omar said, if I hadn't seen Prophet kiss the black stone, I wouldn't have kissed it. Because this person in the clip I saw saying, stones is nothing in it. Trees, people worshiping statues, people worshiping ideas, concepts, worshiping the flag, different kinds of idols. Sayyidina Omar said, if I hadn't seen Prophet kiss that stone, I wouldn't have kissed it. He said, an inanimate object. And Sayyidina Ali said, oh, Omar, didn't you see in the glorious Quran? And Sayyidina Omar said, what? And he began to recite a verse we all know that on the day, Allah gathered all the souls together and said, am I not your Lord? Bala wa shadna, we testify. And we know that much of the verse. And then Sayyidina Ali began to quote something I never saw it about that stone. It's representing something as a presence that you can't understand by your mind. People cursed Shaykh Muhyiddin for that. How do you say like that? Something. Why Prophet kissed that stone? It's something else. He's coming. Tajalli. They were taking their walis, awliyas, like Shaykh Muhyiddin, Shaykh Al-Akbar, was taking his inspirations beyond mind from something else. People couldn't understand it and they cursed him. They stopped there. Okay, stop. But you're not going to go any farther than that. Tabiuni said Prophet. Prophet wasn't stopping. We follow our Prophet. How we're stopping here. Prophet wasn't stopping. Why you were stopping? And if they have the power of the sword, they exercise it. The power of the guillotine, the noose, like that. What people don't understand, they attack it. They go as far as they can go and then they attack it. Shaykh Nazim used to say, try to make your hearts open. Go more. If something comes, if you're reading Holy Quran or tafsir, comes something you don't understand, don't say no, find it for you. I was looking at one download, 640, what do you do? Save it on Google for it. Come back to it later. Save it for later. Later you might understand. Try to keep your mind open. Do your servanthood. Sheikh Nazim said one time, what's the summary of Ibn Arabi? What's the summary of all his books? He said, don't leave servanthood. At every level, keep your servanthood. Each step, you go more. You can't go over the level of servanthood, and yet you come to understandings. How it can be like that? How it could be like that? With Allah and His creation, isn't it? The Creator and the Khalq, the creation. So you have two. This one and this one. How? You can have two. This one comes from this, appears. Where is this one? Away, someplace else. And this one existing by itself without this one. Creation can exist without the Creator. Where is the Creator? How there's two. Start to think on that line, pretty soon you become. For all you're keeping quiet. Keeping quiet. And knowledge mostly frozen. But Allah sends someone to open it. Shaykh Muhyiddin said, I was in front of Kaaba and one fatah came to me. Yes, was Sayyidina Musa when he met Sayyidina Khidr alayhi salam, a fatah. Someone Allah sent that one to guide him and open for him what was previously locked. But Allah sent us. We can't find it by our mind. Reading and studying, what did you say? Try another translator. Huh? It needs an opening. He said, I was seeing until he opened for me. Everything came in a flash. I spent the rest of my life writing it down. I was looking at Futuhat Makkiyah, how many volumes, 25 volumes, $300 each. It all came in 1 second. And he spent the rest of his life trying to unfold it. Well, I mean, Allah Tawfiq. Alhamdulillah, he gave something to say. Really, I had nothing to say. Person forgot even to put his undershirt on, so there was something to say. Silent khatim or open khatim? We'll do silent khatim. Our Zoom people can do with us silent. I'll call out the keys for the khatim part. And then when we come to the Rabbi Kodat Haytani, that finishes the Naqshbandi part, we'll do the rest out loud.